are in a hospital, both deathly ill, both pray. One gets better, one doesn't. Why? I'm not God. I can't answer that question. But we can speak for a moment about prayer and how to make it effective. Welcome again to another episode of Rabbi O on the Go. In this week's Parsha, you have Paro and his army are pursuing the Jews, and they have no place to go other than the Red Sea. What do? They're confused, they're anxious. It says, Vayitzak el Hashem, and they cried out to God. And Rashi on that verse says, Tofso umnas avosam. They took the trade, so to speak, of the profession of their ancestors. What does that mean? There were many great people who lived before them who prayed. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, other people who prayed. And as a result of their prayers, great things happened. So the Jewish people cried out to God. Now that seems to be a good thing. But yet just one verse later, what does it say? That the people complained. They even made a sarcastic comment. Moses, were there not enough graves in Egypt? And so their prayer doesn't really seem totally full. And what we're going to say now is based on the words of the Gur Aryeh, the Maharal, a 16th century commentator, who says something fascinating. That prayer actually wasn't the greatest of prayers. They did it. Why? Because that's what their forefathers did. And they grabbed on, so to speak, to the profession of their forefathers. Not the heart, not the prayer, not all the intensity, but they grabbed on to, they checked the box, so to speak. This is what one needs to do under these circumstances. You pray. Same way as we know people sometimes today. Such a situation, okay, let me go to the synagogue, let me pray. Let me make a Mishnah Berach, let me pray. I'm in the hospital, okay, I saw my grandmother do it, I guess I should pray. The Talmud mentions in Rosh Hashanah, Yud Chet Amud Aleph, there were two people deathly ill. Or another case, two people on a trial, a death trial, waiting, their lives are at stake. Both of them pray, one of them gets free, and one isn't. Why? The Talmud answers, the one that was successful had tefillah shlema, a pure prayer. What does that mean, a pure prayer? It means that one understands to whom one is praying, the Almighty, the creator of the universe, the one who can do everything. That power that can heal, that can take away diseases, that power that can make it that during the Holocaust, when a trigger is about to be pulled, the command gets changed and the person survives and raises a family. That power that has given so many interesting historical phenomenon for the Jewish people, including getting their homeland back in 1948. That power, they can go beyond the forces of nature. I realize I'm praying to that power. And when I do that, when I'm praying to God, I realize, God, this is in your hands. The doctors have given up, or the lawyers have given up. My child seems to be wayward, and the psychologists have given up. Everybody's given up. But God, there's always hope for Jewish people because we have God, and that transcends everything. What's called a complete prayer? When one is in it fully and understands, I've done what I can, I've spoken to the people I need to, I've gotten the best professionals on my team. At the end of the day, I'm bringing it to God, though, because there doesn't seem to be too much after that. So whether it's the little situations or the big situations, when a person has confidence, yes, all hope seems lost. No, actually, because for a Jew, there is always hope, even in the final hour, even when there doesn't seem to be anything left. So when somebody's praying for someone in the hospital, don't just say, well, I'm praying, the person's in the hospital, you're supposed to pray, or I'll go to synagogue and I'll pray. Those are wonderful things, and that is truly what our ancestors have done. But make it real. Understand to whom you're praying, understanding the power in that, and trust that amazing things can happen. Because even if things don't work out the way you wanted them to, you will be a changed person. Your priorities will look different now, and your outlook on life will look different because you understand there's something more than you at stake, and there's something more than you on hand. Thanks so much for joining us again today for Rabbi O on the Go. Feel free to reach out, rabbi@charlottestorahcenter.com. Shabbat Shalom. Have a good Shabbos.